Samra, can you hear me? Hello, Samra. Samra, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, start your video. Good. I am going to start today animal cells and their membrane structure with cell organelles markers. In last lecture, we have studied cell organelles. Today, we will summarize that structure of an animal cell. In the human body alone, there are at least 200 different cell types. In the human body alone, there are at least 200 different cell types. The eukaryotic cells is undivided by membranes. It is enclosed by plasma membrane. Inside the cell, there are large space containing numerous components in solution that's called cytoplasm. Additional membrane divide the internal space into compartments which are known as organelles. There are largest organelle in the cell is the nucleus and the endoplasmic reticulum, a closed network of shallow sacs and tubules is linked with the outer membrane of the nucleus. Another membrane-bound organelle is Golgi apparatus, which resemble a bundle of layered slices. The endosomes and exosomes are bubble-shaped compartments, vesicles that are involved in the exchange of substances between the cell and its surrounding. The most important organelle in the cell metabolism are the mitochondria, which are around the same size as a bacteria. The lysosomes and the peroxisomes are small globular organelles. The whole cell is traversed by the framework of protein known as cytoskeleton. In addition of these organelles, plant cells also have a plastids, example chloroplast, in which photosynthesis takes place. In their interior, there is a large fluid-filled vacuoles like bacteria and fungi. Plant cells have a rigid and wall consisting of polysaccharides and proteins. This is the main and important slide of cell organelles. Here, one new thing you can get, there is the every cell organelles percentage, how much they have contains in cells. Golgi complex is 6%, nucleus is 6%, rough endoplasmic reticulum is 9%, mitochondria is 22%, peroxisomes is 1%, lysosomes is 1%, endosomes is 1%, free ribosomes are few, and cytoplasm is 54%. Here you have already seen the cell organelle structures. I am revising that thing. Cell fractionation. Before cell fractionation, we must know about the centrifugation technique. You have seen in your MSc classes centrifugation that there are so many centrifuges in labs. Some normal centrifuges, they are running on 4 to 5,000 RPM running per minute in your lab, and some specific centrifuges is high speed centrifuges like 10 to 20,000, and some floor models are more than 20,000 models are also available in your labs. You can, the cell fractionation is done by the centrifugation technique. I will told you in another slides. To investigate the individual compartment of the cell, various procedures have been developed to enrich and isolate the cell organelles. These are the mainly based on the size and density of the various organelles. The isolation of the cell components start with disruption of the tissue being examined and subsequent by homogenization of its breaking down of the cell in suitable buffer. Other disrupt position include enzymatic lysis with the help of the enzyme that break down the cell wall mechanical disruption by grading the frozen tissue, cutting the smash or smashing with rotating knives, large pressure changes, osmotic shocks, and repeated freezing and thawing techniques. These are the steps which disrupt the cells. The actual fractionation of the components is the carried by the centrifuge. Are using a multiple of the Earth gravity G is equal to 9.8 m. Is gradually increasing. The different shapes of that's normal centrifuges. I'm not telling about that. We have normal centrifuges decanting the residue, the supernatant, carefully suspending the sediment or a pellet in an isotonic medium. It's a fraction that is enriched with nuclei. The fraction may still contain other cellular components as contaminants. Example, fragment of the cytoskeleton. Particles that are smaller and less dense than the nuclei can be obtained by the step-by-step acceleration of the gravity of the supernatant left over from the first centrifugation. The sequence in which the fraction are obtained is mitochondria, membrane vesicles, and ribosomes. Finally, the supernatant from the last centrifugation contains the cytosol with the cell-soluble components in addition to the buffers. The isolation steps are carried out at the low temperature and principally using to 0 to 5 degrees centigrade to slow down degradation reaction due to the released enzyme and other influencing factors. Isolated cells organelles quickly lose their biological activity despite their precautions. Carefully isolate mitochondria that will take up the substrate for a few hours in the test tube and procedure ATP via oxidative phosphorylation. This is the isolation of cell organelles. Here we have taken example of the liver cells. First, we homogenize the slices of the liver cells and after that filter, and we will get whole cell connective tissue in above part, and inner part we will centrifuge as that's the inner part of the cells. First we will get nucleus and cytoskeleton. It's on 600 speed, and next speed of mitochondria we will get mitochondria, lysosomes, peroxisomes on 15,000 rpm speed, and plasma membrane, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and fragments, small vesicles, microsomal fraction. We will get at higher speed, and ribosomes, viruses, and micromolecules we will get on more higher speed, and that supernatant we will get, that is the cytosol. Every organelles have their marker enzymes and marker molecules. During the cell fractionation, it is very important to analyze the purity of the fractions obtained. In this uh, in this thing, every organelles have their marker uh, molecules are present in, like Golgi complex, alpha aminosaccharide 2. It's the marker of the Golgi complex. Endoplasmic reticulum is glucose 6 phosphatase and RNA. Mitochondria, there is a succinate dehydrogenase and cytochrome C oxidase. Peroxisomes have their marker is catalases, and membrane plasma membrane is sodium, potassium, and ATPase. Phosphodiesterase first, and in lysosomes there is beta N acetyl hexosaminidase and beta galactosidase. In endosomes, uptake of peroxidases, and cytosol there is a L-lactate dehydrogenases. These are the marker enzymes in every organelle. And in nucleus there are DNA, and in ribosomes there are rRNA. Whether or not intended organelles present in the particular fraction and purity of the particular component. Purity of fraction can be determined by analyzing characteristic marker molecules. Marker molecules that occur exclusively in one type of organelle. For example, the activity of organelle-specific enzymes, that's a marker enzyme, is often assessed. The distribution of marker enzymes in the cell reflect compartmentation of the process of the catalyze. Note down these things, this is very important, and then I am sending the slides. I think so. You have noted this. This is the developed picture of the cells. And same thing you have all marker and fraction. Are enzymes every 1.1 or 1.27. Right? Cell components and cytoplasm components of a bacterial cell. Main component in all cells. The other components are macromolecules, proteins, nuclei, acids, polysaccharides, small organic molecules, and inorganic plants. The majority of the molecules present 55% of the dry mass of the cell. I think so. You can understand proteins, RNA, DNA, inorganic ions, lipids, nucleotides, amino acids, other small organic molecules, water. These are components of the bacterial cells. During the cytoplasm of E. coli, the section of cytoplasm of E. coli proteins and polymerase proteins, proteins like that 30 ribosomes, more than 100 proteins, 30 amino eucalyptic tRNA synthesis, 340 tRNA molecules, 2-3 about 330 other enzymes, including 130 glycolytic enzymes. The carbohydrates and amino acids. 30,000 small organic molecules with masses of 1,000 Dalton, like example metabolites of the intermediate metabolism, and 50,000 inorganic ions. The rest consists of water. Slightly more than 50% of the cell volume. There is the main difference between E. coli and eukaryotes. It is the most important cellular compartment. It is a central reaction species of the cell. This is where many important pathways of the intermediary metabolism takes place, glycolysis, pentophosphate pathway, the majority of the gluconeogenesis and fatty acid synthesis, protein biosynthesis, translation also takes place in the cytoplasm. By contrast, fatty acid degradation, the tricarboxylic acid cycles and oxidative phosphorylation are located in the mitochondria. This is the schematic net of the reaction in the cytoplasm. Gluconeogenesis, glycolysis, protein biosynthesis, and many other reactions in the cytoplasm. Then we will start the cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outer layer of the cell that differentiate with another cell. This is the extracellular side of the outside of the cell. It contains the glycolipids, carbohydrate, glycoproteins, tubular protein, hydrophilic polar heads, and internal parts of the membrane is middle part of the contains its cholesterol, and in internal part is the peripheral membrane proteins, integral membrane proteins, and hydrophobic non-polar tails. This is the cytoplasmic side in second. Side is the glycolipid that contains glycolipid, carbohydrate, glycoproteins is the extracellular side, and internal side there are membrane protein and hydrophobic non-polar trails, and in both sides there is the integral membrane protein. This is the structure of first cell probably came into being when a membrane formed enclosing a small volume of aqueous solution and separating its from the rest of the universe. This is the membrane bilayer. You can see this is the electron microscopy figures, and membranes define the external boundaries of the cells and regulate the molecular traffic across the boundaries. In a eukaryotic cells, they are divide their internal space into discrete compartments to segregate processes and components. The boundaries of the cells are formed by the biological membrane, the barriers that define the inside and outside of cells. These barriers prevent molecules generated inside the cell from leaking out the unwanted molecules from diffusing. This is the simple barriers. What is the role of barriers? The cell membrane, also called the plasma membrane, is the thin layer surround the cytoplasm and all prokaryotic cells, plant and permeable organelles while pass through and thus the analogous keeper. It also serves as the site of attachment for the cytoskeleton that helps to provide shape and support to the cell. This is the main cytoskeleton will give the shape and support to the cell. I have already told in prior lectures. The most widely accepted model of the cell membrane was given by S.J. Singer and Garth L. Nicholson in 1970, popularly known as a fluid mosaic model. I think so from high school to till MSc, in every section you have studied about the fluid mosaic model, but here you can get some better part of the fluid mosaic model. The main components that make up all the cell membranes are lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. Their proportion vary between different type of eukaryotic cells, but their basic characteristic remains the same. For the typical human cell, protein accounts for about 50% of the composition by mass, lipid account where about 40% and remaining 10% come from carbohydrate molecules. The arrangement of the different proteins and lipids in the cell membrane look like the arrangement found in mosaic floor. Yeah, I think so. Everyone have seen the mosaic floor. Next, this is the structural I have told about this in first slide of membrane. You can see here the glycolipids structure in structural form. Integral protein, single trans membrane helix. This is the linked with outer area and inner area both. Steroid, peripheral proteins and covalently linked to lipid. Integral proteins, multiple transmembrane helix, peripheral protein and phospholipid polar heads, glycolipids outside oligosaccharide chains of glycoprotein. In addition to external cell membrane, the plasma membrane eukaryotic cells also contains internal that form boundaries of organelles such as the mitochondria, chloroplast, peroxisomes, and lysosomes. Plasma membranes are closed to compartment around cellular cytoplasm to separate one cell from another and thus permit cellular individuality. The plasma membrane has selective permeability and act as a barrier, thereby the maintaining differences in composition between the inside and outside of the cell. The selective permeabilities are provided mainly by channels and pumps for ions and substrates. The plasma membrane also exchanges material with the extracellular environment by exocytosis and endocytosis, and there is special area of the membrane structure, the gap junction through which adjacent cells exchange material. In addition, the plasma membrane play a key role in cell-cell interaction and the transmembrane signaling. Functions of the plasma membranes, selectively permeable, creates a potential gradient across the membrane that allows the small uncharged molecules such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water, as well as hydrophobic substances such as lipids, to get through the membrane passively inside the cell without loss of metabolic energy. Charged ions such as the sodium, potassium, and calcium, as well as the molecules like amino acids and carbohydrate, cannot pass through. This is the important for the cell to preserve its internal milieu irrespective of any environment changes, and thus the main function of the cell membrane. Protection and cell defense insulate the interior of the cell and provide the mechanical support from the outside soft and harmful agents. Maintaining homeostasis determines the internal milieu of the cell, the physiological conditions such as a temperature, osmotic pressure, and maintaining the salt balances. That's the homeostasis, the very important. And in human, homeostasis is the main characteristic to maintain the human body. Maintaining the concentration gradient maintains the differences of the concentration and substances inside and outside the cell, thus helping their transport. I think so you can understand these things. Signal transduction receives and processes the extracellular signals by the receptor molecules present in the cell membrane and relay them inside the cell for necessary action. Catalysis of chemical reaction stimulate the chemical reaction that help in the growth and metabolism of the cell using enzymes. Cell communication allows the exchange, receiving, and sending of the messages between adjacent cells, thus helping the function in coordinated fashion. Adaptation and responses. helping the cells and extracellular environment, and thus regulate the fluidity of the cell membranes by the altering of the lipid of the cells, maintaining cell sex and morphology, acting as the base of the attachment for the cytoskeleton that helps in cell movement. Membranes localize enzymes function as integral element in the excitation response coupling and provide site of energy transaction such as a photosynthesis and oxidative phosphorylation. Maintenance of the normal intracellular environment is the fundamental of the life. I have told about earlier that the homeostasis is the main thing that maintains the human body. The body of internal water is compartmentalized. Water makes up to about 60% of the lean body mass of the human body. Is distributed in two large components: intracellular fluid (ICF) and extracellular fluids. Intracellular fluids in this compartment is constituted two-thirds of total body water and provide the environment of the cell to make, store, and utilize energy, to repair itself, to replicate and perform special functions. And extracellular fluids is this compartment contains about one-third of the total body water and distributed between the plasma and interstitial compartment. The extracellular fluid is delivered system to bring the cell nutrients, glucose, fatty acids, amino acids, oxygen, various iron, and trace minerals, and a variety of regulatory molecules, hormones that coordinate the function of widely separated cells. Extracellular fluid removes CO2 waste product and toxic detoxification material from the immediate cellular environment. This is the very important thing. Any waste product, how to remove any waste product. The ionic composition of intracellular fluids differ greatly. The sodium you can think in extracellular fluid there is 140 millimolar and intracellular fluid is 10 millimolar, and potassium there is a 4 and 140. Calcium is 2.5 millimolar, then 0.1 micromole. Magnesium is 1.5, and in intracellular that is the 30 millimolar. Chloride is 100 and in intracellular is 4. Next is 27 to and 10, and other is 2 and 60. There is a huge difference between intracellular and extracellular. Glucose is 5.5. Maybe intracellular it can be 0 or 1. And proteins are 2 gram in extracellular, but intracellular it's a 16 gram per dl. That gives a strength. The internal environment is rich by potassium, magnesium, and phosphate is the major ion. Extracellular is characterized by high sodium content, and chloride is the major ion. Concentration of glucose is higher in extracellular fluid than in the cell, whereas the opposite is true for proteins. Membranes are complex structures composed of lipid, protein, and carbohydrates. The various cellular membranes have different composition as reflected in the ratio of proteins to lipid. Membranes are asymmetric sheet-like enclosed structure with distinct inner and outer surfaces. These sheet-like structures are non-covalent assemblies that are thermodynamically stable and metabolically active. Numerous proteins are located in membranes where they carry out the specific functions of the organelles, the cell of the organism. Chemical composition of membranes, I have earlier told about that, the proteins, integral lipids, anchored at peripheral. Polar lipids is phospholipid, glycerol lipid, and sphingolipid, sterol, and cholesterol, and carbohydrates with glycolipids and glycoproteins. The major lipids in mammalian membrane are phospholipids and glycosphingolipids and cholesterol. Phospholipids are phosphoglycerides and sphingomyelin. Phosphoglycerides are the two major phospholipids classes present in membrane. Phosphoglycerides are the more common and consist of glycerol backbone and which are attached to fatty acids in ester linkage and phosphoglycated alcohol. The fatty acids is constituent are usually even numbers. Carbon molecules are most commonly containing 16 or 18 carbons. They are unbranched and can be saturated in or unsaturated. This simplest phosphoglyceride is phosphohydric acid, which is 1,2-diacylglycerol 3-phosphate, a key intermediate in the formation of all other phosphoglycerides. In other phosphoglycerides, the 3-phosphate is esterified to the alcohol such as ethanol, amine, choline, serine, glycerol, or anestia. This second major class of phospholipids is composed of sphingomyelins, which contains sphingosine backbone rather than glycerol. A fatty acid is attached by an amide linkage to amino group of sphingosine forming ceramides. The primary hydroxyl group is sphingosine is esterified and phosphorylcholine and sphingomyelin as the name implies the prominent in myelin sheath. Glycosphingolipids. The glycosphingolipids are sugar-containing lipids built on a backbone of ceramide that include galactosyl and glucoceramides, cerebrosides, and the gangliosides. They are mainly located in the plasma membrane of the cell. Sterol. The main most common sterol in the membranes is cholesterol. These residues are mainly in the plasma membranes, mammalian cells, but can also be found in lesser quantities in mitochondria, Golgi complex, and nuclear membrane. Cholesterol is intercalate among the phospholipids of the membrane with the hydroxyl group of the aqueous interference or remainder of the molecule within the leaflet. It affects the liquidity of the membrane. All the above lipids can be separated from the another by techniques such as column thin layer, gas liquid chromatography. Their structure established by mass spectrometry. All major lipids in membranes contains both hydrophilic and hydrophilic regions. Therefore, this structure shows polar head groups. Polar head groups are polar hydrocarbon trails, hydrophobic. The polar head group is hydrophilic and the hydrocarbon trails are hydrophobic. The membrane structure. Membrane proteins associated with the cell membrane associated with each membrane is set the membrane protein that enables the membrane to carry out this distinctive activities. The type of proteins attached to a membrane varies depending on cell type, subcellular location. Proteins associated with particular membrane are responsible for its distinctive function. Amount of the protein also vary depending on the subcellular location and cell type. The intermitochondrial membrane contains 76% protein. Myelin membrane contains of 18% protein. And, you can see in every body cells. Different types of protein based on their intimacy of their relationship to the lipid. Structure of integral membrane proteins, lipid anchored proteins, and peripheral membrane proteins. This structure can show. Integral membrane protein, the transmembrane protein, they pass strictly through the lipid bilayer. Span a lipid bilayer and comprises three segments: cytosolic and exoplasmic phases, domains at hydrophilic exterior surfaces that interact with aqueous solution, and cytosolic and exoplasmic phases of the membrane. In contrast, the membrane spanning segment contain more hydrophobic amino acids, which side chains protrudes outward. They interact within the hydrophobic hydrocarbons core. Membranes spanning segment consist of one or more alpha multiple beta strands. Peripheral membrane protein do not directly contact with hydrophobic bilayer. Associated with the membrane by weak electrostatic bond can be found as a cytosolic or exoplasmic phases of plasma membrane. Cytoskeleton can be loosely associated with cytosolic phase by one more peripheral proteins. Such interaction provides support for various cellular membranes, helping the determine cell shape and much properties two-way communication between all exterior and interior phases. Lipid anchor member proteins, also known as a lipid link protein, located on the surface of cell membrane that are covalently attached to the lipids by small oligosaccharides linked to a molecule phosphatidyl inositol embedded within the cell membrane, GPI anchor. Hydrophobic segment embedded in one segment of the membrane. These lipid insert assume a place in the bilayer structure of the membrane alongside the similar fatty acid tails. Polypeptide itself does not enter phospholipid bilayer. The lipid anchored protein can be located on the either side of the cell membrane. Thus, the lipids serve anchor the protein to the cell membrane. Membrane carbohydrate, depending on the species and cell type of carbohydrate, concentration varies from 2 to 10% by weight. More than the 90% of membrane carbohydrate covalently linked to protein from glycoproteins. More than 90% of membrane carbohydrate probably linked to protein from glycoprotein and rest form of glycolipids. Carbohydrate of the cell membrane spaces outside the extracellular spaces. Carbohydrate of glycoproteins is present as a short branch hydrophilic oligosaccharide. It is an important role in mediated proteins different cellular compartments. Carbohydrate of glycolipids of RBC plasma membrane determine the blood type of a person. This is the main important thing. This the glycolipids of RBC plasma membrane determine the blood type of a person. You can note down this. Membrane fluidity, physical state of the lipid membrane is determined by its fluidity. Membrane fluidity is influenced by the temperature, saturated or unsaturated fatty acid length, presence of the cholesterol, etc. If the temperature of the bilayer is kept relatively warm, the lipid is just in fluid state. As temperature lowers, membrane switch from fluid state to a solid state of the phospholipids are more closely packed. This is frozen crystalline. Saturated fatty acids have their same state as unsaturated fatty acids. Have a cooked side. Consequently, phospholipids and saturated chains pack on tightly than the containing unsaturated chains. Shorter the fatty acid chains of the phospholipids, lower its melting temperature. The steroid cholesterol is weighed between phospholipids and molecules in the plasma membrane of animal cells. At warm temperature, it restrains the movement of the phospholipids and reduces the fluidity. At cool temperature, maintain fluidity and preventing tight packing. Specialized membrane structure. First is tight junction. When closely approximation in certain areas, instead of 4 layers, only 3 layers of plasma membrane are seen. This tight junction permits the calcium and other small molecules to pass through the from a cell to another narrow hydrophilic pores. Absence of tight junction implicated in loss and contact inhibition in cancer cells. Tight junction also seal off subepithelial spaces of organs and from the lumen. They contain specialized proteins such as occludins, claudins, and other adhesion molecules. Most eukaryotic cells contact with their neighboring cells, and these interactions are basis of formation of organs. Cells that about one other in metabolic contact, which is about by specialized particles called gap junctions. Gap junctions are intercellular channels that represent allow the organs to continue from within. One major function of gap junction is to ensure supply of nutrients of cells of an organ that are not in direct contact with the blood supply. Gap junctions are formed from the type of protein called connections. Myelin sheath. It is made up of membranes on cells, condensed and spiraled many times around the central axon. The cytoplasm of some cells is skewed to one side of the cells. Myelin is composed of sphingomyelin, cholesterol, and cerebrocytes. Myelin sheath thin out at certain regions. Note, due to this arrangement, the propagation of nerve impulse is wave-like, and its speed propagation is also increased. Upon stimulation, there is a rapid influx of sodium and calcium so that the depolarization occurs. Voltage gradient is quickly regained by ion pumps. The ion flow out of membrane only where membrane is free of insulation hence the wave-like propagation of impulse. In multiple sclerosis, demethylation occurs discrete areas, velocity nerve impulse is reduced, leading to motor and sensory defects. Microvilli of intestinal epithelial cells and pseudopodia of macrophages are produced by membrane evagination. This is due to the fluid nature of membranes. This is all things about cell membrane. In next lecture, we will start membrane transport, and you will see them how any molecule get entered in cell molecule and uh, any molecule and how extra excess excretory products getting out from the cell. We will start next time on cell uh, transport. Thank you.